Everyone, it's Pauline here, and I just wanted to do a quick check-in with you. And if it sounds like I have a robot voice, for those of you who don't know, that's just my little VNS vagueness nerve stimulation um seizure device going off and doing its thing that it does every now and then. But so yeah, I have a robot voice, I have a bionic leg, I have it all. But I just wanted to do a quick check-in, and I just want to say that I do have a good support system, a good support group of friends and those around me. So yesterday, I do have to say that yesterday and maybe the day before, I believe the day before was what kicked it off. I had a rough patch, one that I haven't had in a very long time. One that led me to take my PRN anxiety med, two at a time. And so what kicked it off is that my neurologist had well, first of all, I went to my neurologist at MUSC, and she wanted to do some blood work to see how my blood levels were, do some testing to see how the meds, blood meds were in my levels were as well. And the results were that everything with the blood levels she wasn't worried about. There were some things in the blood levels that from my end they said they were abnormal, but she said that with me just recently having a hip replacement surgery, she wasn't concerned about or surprised about. But there were some low medications for one of the meds, my seizure meds, and she recommended upping the dosage, not too high, but upping the dosage on one of the meds, because one of the newer meds that she had me on can interact with the levels of the other meds. And the one thing with the device that I'm on is that it's like in addition to the meds. Um, it's like not really to take away. It's not like really the end all to everything. It's like in addition to the meds. But just seeing that she wanted to up the dose of the meds. I don't know what it was, but I had some questions about um I did have some questions that about, the other uh levels that I was seeing with the results, and I just did not have the energy to ask. Um it was on the day that I had my writers group where there was a bunch of laughing. I was meeting with some of people where I hadn't seen in a long time. There was laughter, there was joy. I had on that same day I had met with the grief support group where again, just meeting with people that who were there to support in that aspect. And then I get home and I see this. And I was just like, okay, I can't. I just can't. I I I had questions and I can't. And I just got into bed and I just couldn't. I just couldn't anymore. I think I got up and ate. I know I got up and ate. I don't even know what I ate. I couldn't eat any. I couldn't even eat any sandwiches because I had kind of gotten away from eating any bread. Um, and so some of the bread have gotten moldy. So I couldn't eat any bread. I don't know what I ate. I ate something, but I was just like, I can't. So I stayed in the bed for the rest of the day on Wednesday and read a book. I surfed on the internet Thursday and Thursday, I was going back and forth. I had originally intended on going to a church event, but Thursday there was also the NAMI support group. And I was battling. I was like, do I want to go to something that was joyful and just musical bound and just joyful and just take me away, take my mind away? Or do I want to go where people understood and where I could just let it out? And honestly, I was going back and forth, and I was going back and forth with my, and honestly, I was going back and forth with my friend too. And I was like, I know maybe I need to get out. Maybe it will help me to get out. But there was a part of me that I was like, I need, I need, it would be good. It would be nice to be with around some joy. It would be nice to be around that music and that hypeness that the church brings, but with what I'm facing, I need the people who understood, and I needed to let it out. I needed to let that I just can't. I just can't anymore out. And that's one of the things with being not only for people who are battling depression or battling anxiety, go through, but people who are mere human go through. I think one of the things that we barely talk about, I know we talk about when we talk about, you just have to push through it. You just have to, just let it go. You just have to, it's all going to be okay. But just that mere humanness where you just have to say, I just can't anymore. I just can't. I just can't. And just let it be okay that those moments where you just can't, and just be in those moments where you just can't, and just acknowledge those moments where you just can't, and just acknowledge it and just be okay with it. And that's it for the now. Peace out. Love y'all.